welcome to SquareMax Customs. This week we're back on Rustella, the 1957 Chevy 210 wagon that just keeps on giving. Rust, that is. Just keeps on giving us more rust to fix. This week we're going to work on the last door. I'm super excited because it's the last door. And I've been putting it off because we already fixed 3 doors and it's sort of boring to fix the 4th one because, well, we already did it 3 times. But it looks pretty good. It's not. It's hiding a lot of secrets on the other side. Just wait, I'll bring you in and you can see it with me. Oh, whew. You know these old screwdrivers that got all the grooves in them? Well, they're awfully nice for when you grip them, but man, they hurt your hand. Did you know they're actually designed like that for a reason? You know, old cars got Phillip heads holding everything together. And you can't break it free. I know, they make special screwdrivers you can hit with a hammer and the force and this, that, and the other thing, and it does stuff. Well, I don't have one of them. So, these screwdrivers fit in an old wrench. Check it out. What? Magic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know some of you already know, but there's new people every week. So calm down in the back. Let's get this door off. So, this door is really rough. Like, the only thing that was holding it together was the door gasket pins. That's freaking crazy. So we're gonna do the best we can to resave on this door. I wanna show you all something. This whole channel here is just filled with filler. And no, we're not going to take it out. This door is freaking rusty. This door is shot, and we're just trying to save the old 57 so we can drive her once again on the road. That's too far gone for us to be able to call okay. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll put this little thing through here. I want to show you. There's a freaking 1/4 inch of filler in here. I keep telling you all this. I know sometimes you guys might not believe me, but yeah. Filler. Lots and lots and lots of filler. I want to pull the door handles off, but they're awfully rusty, so I sprayed them down with some lubrication, the old looby doobie. Don't forget it, it can get rough without it. And I guess we're gonna start chipping away at slots. I don't even know what to say. Is this normal? I mean, it's normal for this car. But is it actually normal? And I thought this was the good door. What do they say? Putting lipstick on a pig? Even the rust is coming off in flakes. What? That's freaking nuts. All right. Well, I don't. Okay, let's get to work. Can you believe the screws are coming out? Oh, I can't believe. Okay, never mind the nuts, the whatever. They're coming out. They're coming out. Yes, that's what I meant. They just didn't unscrew the way I thought they were gonna screw. The studs came out. That don't matter. It came out, and that's all that matters. Are you ready to see just how much of the bottom of this door is left? To be honest, I'm not even sure what some of this stuff is. Silicone, Bondo, caulk, a little bit of everything. It's not that bad, is it? Huh. I think that's window caulk for like your house. Or bathtub caulk. Yeah. Well, it's really bad. But check it out. I found the bottom of the door. Yeah. Silicone, bathroom caulking, Bondo. I'm not even sure what they have over here. It's still sticky after 40 years. So I'm gonna get this marked out, and we're gonna cut some of this out. And I don't really have nothing to design it off of, so maybe we have an old CAD design. I did save on some of them. Old Marley, Bob Marley's freaking passed out. What's up, old man? He's been in the garage lately. It's getting hot out there. Well, we'll go through. There might be an old door design there. If not, we'll bend up a new piece of cardboard and trace it over to a piece of metal. I'm not cutting this whole door out. This door is really bad. Same thing with that door. Hopefully, eventually, maybe we'll find another set of doors and we can always paint them to match whatever color we decide to paint this car. No, I don't know. I don't have a clue. We don't know. We might paint it one color. We might paint it another color. Maybe we'll paint it that color. Maybe we'll paint it this color. We're not sure. We keep changing our mind. We'll find out when the end comes, and you'll find out with us. It'll be a surprise. Maybe we'll change our mind again then. Either way, I'm going to stop yapping and start cutting this stuff out because, well, ain't nothing going to get done if we don't start. Hey, real quick, Stuart, thank you so much for the donation, buddy. We greatly appreciate it. I'll get that put into Rustella. Much appreciated. And hey, Moondog, buddy, you're freaking amazing, dude. Y'all thinking about my health and stuff. Moondog sent me in 3 sets of 3M filters. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, dude. I got them. And I think this was a company that actually they must watch. Maybe I made some janky battery connection. I'm not sure, but Cellterm sent me a whole bunch of these things. Are freaking heavy duty too, copper ends. This ain't a sponsor. No, they sent it to my PO box. So Thank you. That was freaking awesome. You guys are cool. Cell term, I guess, if you need battery ends and stuff. Much appreciated. Either way, I just wanted to give a quick call out to the people that sent stuff in. Thank you all, and if I ever forget to thank anybody, I'm truly sorry. We appreciate it all. We appreciate you watching, and that's the best way to support us is watch, like, comment, and share. You know, the algorithm gods, they love when you guys comment. They love when you share. The ones that can hyping is weird. I used to be able to hype some of my creators. Now all of a sudden it's like you can do one hype and then other ones that don't let me hype anymore. I don't know. Either way, the algorithm gods, if you guys comment, if you like, if you watch, all that stuff shows the old YouTube gods that my video's doing good, and then they decide they show it to new people, and then we get new subscribers. Like, share, and subscribe. But only if you like my shenanigans and you're gonna come back every week. If you're not, don't freaking subscribe. Let's get back to this. So I sprayed this, I don't know, yesterday I think it was, with some OSFO rust converter, because it's just, the whole door it's bad, is what I'm trying to say. That's what all the black is, and that's what all the white is down here, and that's some more rust and chunks I got out of the inside. Now, the right thing to do would be to throw this door out and buy a new door, but we're not doing that because, well, we're just trying to save the old 57. And for the people that keep yelling at me, the freaking windows are all cracked and stuff. They're all delaminated. It's fine. Don't worry about the dang, like, you guys are crazy. Not all of you, just, I must get a comment every week about my glass not being covered. Do you not see it? It's bad. The whole car is bad. It was drugged out the freaking ocean, and we found this next to the Titanic. Either way, enough of me rambling. Check it out. I found an old CAD design, but it was for the front door. Look how much freaking bigger the front doors are. It's like 1.5 doors. Either way, what I think we can do is, because I really got nothing to go off of, this is bad. It's really bad, and it's been patched 3 times. And some of the patches are re-rusting out. So I think what we can do is maybe, we got all our center bends. So now all we gotta do is cut it down a little bit. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. And then we're gonna have to make the corners. We'll probably make them in a few pieces because I just don't have the ambition to smash metal until it looks like, yeah, it's easier to make it in a few pieces than it is in one piece. It's just sometimes funner to do one piece. Either way, let's get this marked out and cut. I don't know how big of a patch I'm making. To be honest, I really don't want to patch the heck out of the front of this door. I just don't want to put the time into it. It's not good. It's not good is what I'm trying to tell y'all. We need some clamps. So I'm not gonna lie, I think it'd be easier just to freaking draw to make a brand new CAD design, but we probably won't do that. I also don't have nothing on the bottom of the door to really go to, so it's a little harder on this one. The bottom of this door was nothing but fiberglass and rust. So we're just working what we got, and hopefully we'll get it all together and it won't hit. We do have to massage the inside of that other door on the bottom where we made this piece. Well, it's a little tight. It's got a little rubbage when you close that door. So we got some little massaging to do, but I don't see why we can't just get the hammer out and tippy tappy until that it's bent in. If not, we'll put a little weld or a little cut in it, and it'll give it a little relief cut, and then we'll weld it back together. But we'll get over there. I think there's still a rust hole on that door on the front that we never got fixed. One of the chrome clip holes. I know how to fix them. Yeah. Yes, I do. I know how to fix a freaking rusty clip hole. Just gonna guess here. Hope that it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. We gotta remember to add a 1/2 inch so we can do our bend over. Here. Slice that down. Slice that down. Maybe we'll get this right. You know, I can't please y'all. Some of you want longer videos, other ones want shorter videos. Some of you want me to cut my long videos into 3 videos. Some of you want me to add 2 videos together and make 1.5 hour video every week. I try. I can't please you all. I'm freaking, dang it. I'm talking, I forgot to add the 1/2 inch. We're just gonna have to remember when we trace it over to the metal. Yeah, like you got a good memory and you can remember that. You guys are just gonna have to remind me. So if we don't remember to add it, it's your fault, not mine. I told you to remind me. Do we remember to leave the flange? Yes. Yes. Get thinking and I stop talking. I get talking and I stop thinking. I'll tell y'all. How do you think? Something like, is this the one? Yes. Maybe. If not, we'll just tape it back together. Okay, look at, before we cut this one, let's add a 1/2 inch. Check this out. What are you guys looking at? You even watching? Okay. Look at that, it's almost the perfect freaking angle that we need. It's from the other door, that's why. Let's estigate, boof, boof. Will you just use proper English? Nope, nope I won't. If you don't like it, leave. That looks fine. I don't even know proper English, if you haven't already learned that. Something like that. Something like that. Hey, tag 7-Up and tell them to send me free soda. I love 7-Up. Now this has to be bent. So we're giving it a bigger flange down here, like bigger step-ups than we have to, but that's because I can't go no smaller in my brake. It won't let me bend a smaller piece when we start bending it like that. So it seemed to work for the other doors. To tell you the truth, these old 57s had major wind gaps, so maybe they'll help keep the gasket even tighter when we're all said and done. Where did we cut that? Something like that. That's gonna bend over like that. Now we just have to decide if we really want to replace the front half. I don't really want to replace the front half, but there's some really scary things going on the back side. It's just, is it worth the time to spend to cut the front out and replace them? Because this is what I'm having trouble with, y'all. This door is not worth saving, and maybe, hopefully, like I keep telling you, eventually we'll come across 4 really good doors and other parts for it. And probably not. I'm probably lying to you right now. I'm probably never going to put more doors or anything on this. Once it's done, and we'll go to the next project. But just in case I come across them in the future, I can always swap them out later is what I'm trying to tell y'all. And we can get rid of these rusty, crusty, crappy doors. But like I said, that's probably never going to happen. We're going to piece it together. We're going to enjoy the car for however many years we can enjoy it. Or until the next one's done, because, well, I can't afford to have 20 vehicles on the road. So after you get one done, you got to take the other one off the road for a bit. Now we have to remember to pinch this bag up, because when I cut this stuff went spring. I'll tell you what, my thumb is still messed up. Woo! Either way. All right, I think I think that's enough of you all listening to me just blab, 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 and yak, yak, yak. And I think we traced that to a piece of metal. Man, I don't want to replace the front of this door. I really don't want to replace the front of this door. You see that? She's like the freaking ocean already. So we probably won't cut it off of that end. Look, I found the piece we made our quarter panel out of. Freaking spiders, how freaking creepy. Why are there, can you see all them little spiders? Boof, boof, boof. Bomb the garage is what I gotta do. Creepy little creatures they are. Well, I guess they keep the flies down, right? The mosquitoes and stuff. This piece has got a wobbly inner. Hopefully we'll be able to get that out. All right, there they go. Fucking creepy crawlers is what they are. All right, does this side look? I guess it looks okay. We'll make it work. Yeah. Just trace this out on here. I like to go all the way up here, but this end's, it's just wavy. It's not good. So it is what it is. We're gonna waste a little bit here. Oh well. You know me, I don't like wasting. I think that end's more whippy wompy. Don't know, I don't know. All right, enough. This side we gotta add. We gotta add it to this side. You almost made me forget. You were supposed to remind me. You were just gonna let me trace this out. That's freaking crazy of you all. All right, well, we're still gonna trace it out. I'll put a plus mark over here so we remember. Concentrating, I'm sorry, that's why I'm quiet. What do you want to talk about? Oh, why I started doing this type of stuff? Well, because I'm cheap and I don't like paying shops. Plus, years ago I sent a car to a shop and, well, I got taken pretty good. And then I sent it to another shop and I got taken again. And then I traded one of my best friends a 57 Chevy, and guess what? He freaking did the body work and painted it and everything. It came out fabulous. But I also don't like driving stuff that other people built. And it's really hard to drive something. Somebody be like, oh, that's really nice, da 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 da. And you're like, yeah, 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 so-and-so built it, I just drive it. But that's just my opinion. And that's why I started just doing it on my own. Just winging it. Oof. That looks good. Let's add a ½ inch down here. That's not a very nice looking line. Like, it looks like it's, don't matter, don't matter. Don't overthink it, buddy. Here's the weird thing. There's no seam back here. Like, shouldn't it have the, I don't know, it's weird. We're gonna add it, but we might have to check into that. I put it on the other door. The seam I'm talking about, hold on. When you do a door, the front pinches over the back. It's like two pieces, well, it's probably several pieces, but it's two pieces, so the front skin pinches over. And it's got a little seam that would do it. Well, this side don't have no seam, so I don't know. Is that 57 didn't have them on this side? Like, that wouldn't make much sense to me. I feel like somebody maybe did something there, but it had to be a different guy than the guy that did the rest of the work, because I don't see no weld marks and stuff. Or did the corners just not have a seam? How? I don't freaking know. It don't matter. By the time we're done, they'll all look different. All right, I'm gonna get that cut out, and I guess we'll start bending it up. So check it out. We got our piece all sanded and marked out and cut down. This is just roughly for now. We got some of the wave going on it. I mostly think we probably should have picked a different piece of metal, but as you guys know, we use what we got laying around. So to start with, the door's got a wave to it. The door ain't straight. The door goes woo. Okay, the door don't have, I don't know what you want to call it. Look it. If I put a flat piece of metal on here, it rocks. So we're gonna use the roller. You can use a piece of pipe or whatever you want. And I'm gonna take this little piece of metal and we're gonna try to, look at it, just woo. That's okay. Use what you got. What do they say? Filler will make you the body man you ain't. Yeah. Don't be like that. See how that's round now? Can you tell? Well, I think we might have got it on our first try. No. No. See, we gotta adjust the other side. Good thing we double checked that we ain't got it nowhere close. Stop it. The people don't like hearing that. Well, let's see if we can roll this without screwing it up. Luckily, it's a back door, so it fits in my roller. Do you remember when we did the front doors? They don't fit. See, we did that little test piece. That thing was bending it up nice. This ain't doing nothing. It's fine, a little bit at a time. Oh, I can feel something this time. Just keep rolling it, little bit by little bit. I don't want to roll it too much. Make sure I didn't flip it over while we're rolling it. Okay, we got some roll now. You all see that? Probably not real good. And we're gonna go just a little bit more. Oh yeah, we got it now. I don't know how well you can tell, but now she sort of scoops, and it makes it stronger. It ain't so wibbly wobbly. All right, now we'll get it over to the brake, and we're gonna put some brakes on it. Bends.
It's hot.
Are you ready? Hopefully we bend everything the right way. What's this gotta be, a 45? This is for the rubber gasket. I think it's a 45. We don't want to bend this wrong. Oh, I might need my other bar on the bottom. Oh. We should have bent up a test piece. Okay, we can think about it all day, or we can bend it and hope that we did it right. Oh yeah, this was the issue again. I guess we put it, it's fine. It is what it is. Ooh. Oh, I hope they're 45s. Well, it's a little too late now, ain't it? Yeah. Maybe we should do some trimming. I think we got to do some trimming. But the problem is my brake's got the sleeve here. It's got the little lip that helps fold everything over, and I can only go so small. So, and I know this for every time, I just always try to make it as tight as possible because, well, it's not like a 1/4 inch, but it's gonna be a 1/4 inch when we're done with it. So let me get these corners trimmed up real quick. I'm still loving these nib markers so much, buddy. I still use these things. They're so freaking sweet. Alright, so that might make some of our other measurement a little off, but we didn't cut the front of the door yet, so we really got nothing to lose. I'm gonna get that trimmed. I'll be right back. So the front of the door looks pretty good, but I don't know if any of you were paying attention on the back side, but there's like a patch that's put over a big rust hole here and a patch right here. Well, the center of the door gets really, really thick right here. Like, either way, I think the bottom of the door is pretty KO'd. And right here's a funny one because this has a patch put over a patch. And well, the rusted patch that they patched with the good metal has re-rusted and now is another rust hole through a rusted out rust hole. What I'm trying to say is we got to cut the bottom of the door off. And that's why we made this. Trust me, it took me a lot of convincing. I really didn't want to cut all this out. I was like, it looks fine, let's just leave it, but it wasn't. So here we are. I'm gonna measure this, put a line across, guided, because I can't slide it up anymore because it's bent. I got the flange bent on the back. This piece came out pretty freaking good. Look at all them steps. So the gasket will sit on one of these, and then it'll sit on the door jamb gasket spot. Boof, it'll close. It's got a flange. That flange looks beautiful, and it's nice and straight, and well, it won't be extra thick if somebody ever looks under there. Not that it matters, because well, I don't really care what everybody thinks. It's my car, and if they don't like what I did, oh well. With that being said, I'm gonna get this marked out, and I guess we're gonna cut the bottom of the door off. There's not much left. Okay, I'm gonna get to work. Well, yeah, that's pretty toasty. I really didn't want to cut all this off. It looks like maybe at one point there was a rectangle patch welded in here. I only say welded because I can see a seam all the way around it, like an outline. Where this one, I'm pretty sure is a pop riveted patch. This might even be 2 or 3 patches. I'm not entirely sure. Can you see how thick this is? Yeah. This door's pretty shot. We're gonna do what we can and try to weld it back together. No, I'm no metal magician, so I'm not gonna try to take every little bit of filler out of this and straighten that. That sounds crazy. I did spray the back of this with some self-etching primer or something, I don't know. And that's some rust reformer spray. So we're gonna call that pitting good. It is what it is. This door is what it is. Honestly, I didn't really want to cut the bottom of the door off and do this piece. But when I was sanding this door, can you see all these line spots? So that's like where the filler was never flat. But either way, these spots were all swelling up. Like they were big bumps. I just sanded them down quick, and that's what they looked like. So what I'm trying to say is the rust was jacketed on the inside and getting fatter, and it was growing. And so now we should be able to weld in the new piece with a little bit of finagling. And well, hopefully the car won't rust back out for another 5 years or something like that. Well, at least that's what we're hoping. I got some fine trimming to do. I got to trim up the corner here, and then we got to bend our flange over. Same thing for this side. We got a little bit of trimming here, and then we just got to bend that over. And we got to cut the rest of this lip off because, well, it's got a bunch of filler in it too. And probably the same for this lip. I just left them on there because, oh, look at that's a patch too. It's hard to tell, but that's a patch, which makes sense because like there's some sealer, silicone, something up in here, and it's still freaking sticky. It's under the paint. I don't know. Either way, it's still it's crazy is what I'm telling you. It's under the 30-year-old paint. Okay, so let me get to work. Oh, hey, dude, thanks again for the new filters. That's a lot of filler on there. Like, yummy. Oh, check it out. Well, it's thick. It's really, 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 really thick. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna be driving this thing eventually, and are you gonna be able to see how thick the filler is at 20 miles an hour? 20 foot away? No, we'll probably be doing 60 or so. Either way, you're not gonna see it when it's all done. And if you do, it's okay. What's next? Oh, I think we can start, well, no. We gotta bend our flanges on the back. Our hems, our seams, we gotta bend this little piece of metal right here around. That way when we do the back side, we can shove something in there or something. Plus, if we bend it around now, we won't have to weld the corner up. We'll have a nice bent corner, I think. I probably just said that all wrong. It's fine. I got white powder all over the place. I'm not thinking straight. So check it out, we gotta put that hem here, or seam here, or bend, or whatever you wanna call it. We gotta bend this over about where that blue line is. Now, I don't have the right tools, and some of you might not have the right tools, but I'm sure, you know, mostly everybody has one of these. We're just gonna go slow, and we're gonna use this like a pair of seamers, but, you know, instead of being 4 inches wide, they're gonna be a 1/4 inch. And then we're just gonna... Are you watching? What are you guys seeing? Okay, just making sure you're seeing the same thing as me. But don't go put the whole bend on it right away. Just a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. That's all you're doing, a little bit. You gotta finesse it, you know, a little foreplay. Be nice and easy. You can't just jump right in there. And this is what I'm trying to say here is we're gonna go down this line easy, and we're gonna come back up this line easy. And we're gonna do that, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, a whole bunch. And when we got it bent all the way over, it'll have a little bend to it. A little curve to it. A little curve, yes. A little curve's nice. And then hopefully we won't have to weld right on the... I don't like welding on the end of a panel because then you have to... then you have to body work the very end of the panel. To be honest with you, if the end of the door was good still, I would have left the last 1/4 inch of both sides of the door, but they weren't good. They were all holy, and if we're going this far, we might as well go further. That's the problem, is we go down the rabbit hole. You know why I record on fast play a lot? Because I don't have to talk. And if it's quiet, I'm like, oh, this is boring. And then I start rambling and talking and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, we're talking about the animals. We ain't even got car content. It'll be fine though. So you're just gonna keep going. Look, we're getting a bend. And it's getting the flange. You're just gonna keep doing this until you get it all the way bent over. Maybe take the hand. Well, that was not nice. The GoPro just shut off. So hopefully we didn't lose a bunch of footage, but then maybe take your hammer and re-straighten it out a little bit. And, well, I'm gonna put you on fast play so I don't have to edit out the hammering and everything else. But you'll see. We're just gonna keep going until we get it bent over and we have a seam like that. We won't have a 3/4 inch, well, maybe a 1/4 inch, just enough to slide a piece of metal into. Well, I apologize for the wind tunnel and all the noise in here, but it's 100+ degrees outside, which means it's 115 in the sun here in Florida, and I got all the ACs and fans on. But check it out. This piece, that was just, whew, it was bad, really, really bad. So it went from this, lots of Bondo, lots of patches, lots of rust, to this beautiful cardboard aided design. Yeah. Freaking fold it all up, beautiful, to this fabulous piece of door skin. I mean, it almost looks like I bought it. Huh? That don't look bad at all. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I resanded and cut the rust out over here I was showing you, and then repainted it with that rust converter stuff. I don't know, I was at the store and I found rust converter in a spray can that was like paint. I was like, yup, I'm buy that. That looks pretty good. Got a little gap in there. That's perfect for the weld to fill. And look, we already got our seams. It's already round. It's whatever, roundish on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna get the welder out and we'll get tacking this up the best we can. Now this door goes like this. We got our piece pretty freaking straight. I don't know how well you can see it. Woo, if I move it like this, you can't tell it's all wavy. Well, no, it's not. I was just picking on you. But this door is pretty wavy, and without taking all the filler out, we're not trying to bang the dents out. Plus, I'm not a dent removal place. Oh yeah, did I tell you all? I'm not a body man for any of the new people. I'm not a metal. I'm just a backyard dude trying to fix old cars. So, take what I say with like. Don't believe what I say. Just watch, laugh, and comment, and all that other good stuff. All right, enough of me playing with my metal. I'm gonna get the welder out and get it welded in. Check it out. We got a door bottom and she's all welded up. And because there's so much filler, I really didn't have to grind all the weld down, just like the one spot that had like barely any filler. But that looks freaking awesome. It's way more solid, and well, it's nice and thick metal, so it was really easy to weld. And because we cut the door so high, we were into solid metal, so that was cool. Now the back side's not gonna be as much fun. Why do I say that? Well, because it's all pitted and rusty, and well, we're gonna burn through a lot. But we're gonna do what we got to do to make it happen. She's already more solid. She flexes less. So here's what we got on the bottom. That don't look too bad. Now we got to pinch this up together, otherwise the bottom of our door will be too wide, and that'll help pull the rest of our roll back together. So, and then we got to make a piece here that's flat and then build the channel that comes down, but that's pretty easy. It's got to go there to there. And this channel on this side just sort of disappears right to, there's just a little, that's it, it just disappears. And we got to make that flat piece. So, like 4 more pieces to finish this off, something like that, 5. Either way, let's get this tack welded together because this was one huge piece all by itself. Check it out. That's freaking awesome, and it actually welded in a lot better than I thought it would. The thing's got 2 dimples. I don't really know why they're dimpled, but I just hit them with a hammer and gave it a little dimple in. Now, I actually have to cut, I think I only did it to one of the 4 doors, but we have to put drain spots in this eventually. That way, any of the water that does get past the window sweeps that we will have to replace, any of the water that does get down in there, it's got a spot to go. So eventually we have to drill all these. But I figured we'll do that later on because I do plan to like just bombard the inside of these doors with sealant and let it just flow right down the inside of the door all the way down. That's my intention. And I guess it'll also act as a sound deadener. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm still digging this Yes Welder. No, this video is not sponsored by them, but if you're looking to get one, I'll leave the link for them in the description. I'll also leave a promo code so you can save 10%. But I never played with the grind setup on this helmet. Let me tell you what, it's just got a little button on the outside you hold for a few seconds and poof, turns it right over, and then you can grind with it. That's sweet. Full face shield. I've been wanting to get one. So now it's a multi-purpose one. Also, let me know if you can see little dots on the freaking screen, and let me know if I need to go buy another lens because I can see all these sparkly dots like I was welding and grinding too close to the camera again. So I might have to buy another lens. So put it in the comments and let me know if you can see all them dots or if I can get away with another couple weeks. Yeah, that was pretty sweet welder. I got something else I want to show y'all. So I bought a bus a while ago. I haven't done nothing with this bus. I bought the bus because it's got a diesel in it, and I figured maybe eventually we'll build a cab over, or maybe we'll build a camper, or maybe we'll do nothing with it and I'll use it for storage. So I went out and got some seats out of it, right? Check it out. Black seat belts, all self-contained. They retract. There's 4 of them. They got the other ends. Yes, they're plastic and not metal, but that's good because I put the metal buckle ones in my silver or my square body, and my poor kids, they get burnt on the buckles. But what I'm getting at is this 57 has no seat belts, and I have made a couple offers on some I found on Marketplace, but I don't really want to spend hundreds of dollars on seat belts, and I'm pretty sure we can make these work, and they'll look perfectly fine when we're all done. Look, a little box, and that's your whole seat belt assembly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so what I'm trying to get at is I'm super excited about that, and the couple offers I made were $100 offer. But then again, aftermarket ones, they want a couple hundred, like 200. I offered them $100 for the set, and they wouldn't take them. That was a lot of work. I'm super satisfied with that. I'm so glad we brought ourselves to change this side, because I really wasn't. I just wasn't gonna make the front. I was just gonna call it a day, but it just kept eating at me because those spots were swelling. So I was like, it's just gonna come through and I'm gonna be super upset. So at least it's fixed just like the other doors. And well, like we said, maybe we'll get 5 years out of it. We'll seal it, we'll undercoat it, we'll do all that stuff when the time comes. It's just, that's future, that's later, that's not now. With all that being said, what I'm trying to tell you is, we have a lot of footage already. It's the end of the weekend. You looking at my feet? Yeah, go to freaking SquareMax onlys for that. It's the end of the weekend. I'm running out of time. I need to edit this video. We have lots of footage. So we'll have to come back. But look at, that's a huge patch. Only one patch this week. But this thing's freaking, the whole bottom, all the channel, all the kick-ups. That's the latch. Yeah, they weren't good. The whole bottom, look at that. Oh, that's freaking sweet. Now we don't have to worry about slamming the door and a big old Bondo chunk freaking flying off and rust falling out behind it. And what we're trying to do is eventually make it so when we work on this thing, little rust particles stop falling out from everywhere. Yeah, okay, I'll stop. I appreciate you all watching. What I'm trying to tell you is that's it for this week. I love you all. Rock out, like, subscribe, share. If you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, subscribe already. Or don't. Either way, I love you all. I'll see you next Thursday. Yeah? Hey. SquareMaxMerch.com to get you some freaking SquareMax merch shirts. We don't sell them with the sleeves cut off, but listen, this is just a t-shirt. And the wifey cut the sleeves off, right? 1, 2, and then after she cut the sleeves off, I got this like muscle style shirt with 2 rags. 2. Love y'all.